His past back to haunt him. Dual Premiership coach Bomber Thompson faced his old side for the first time since departing. Looking to snap a 5-game losing streak, the timing couldn't be worse for the Bombers to meet the undefeated Cats.
Picked up though very cleverly by Christensen, kicks towards goal, perfect start for the Cats.
Since 2006, Geelong had won 6 consecutive matches against Essendon. Their average winning margin 60 points.
Hardingham's turned it over, Vardy makes him pay.
Thumped by 65 points last week and conceding the opening 3 goals, it seemed a foregone conclusion. But this brand of Bomber was up for a fight. Heppel would kick his first in footy before Monfries crumbed.
Here's Monfries, looks at what's on offer, not much, so he kicks for goal, and Angus Monfries has kicked a ripper.
The Cats would soon know they were in a contest.
And he doesn't miss, and Essendon lead.
Essendon's best quarter of footy in more than a month, stunning the opposition, thrilling the faithful and leaving them with a 1-goal advantage. Cramery would stretch that after the break, the Dons kicking 6 straight goals to confound the form guide.
This to give the Bombers an 18-point lead.
James Kelly would snap one back for the Cats.
Kelly just time enough to get the leverage on the kick and break the drought for the Cats.
But they were being outpointed and out-enthused all over Etihad.
Zaharakis puts things right.
Patrick Ryder survived the axe during the week to many's amazement, but the Bombers' ruckman was repaying the faith.
All coming back for Patrick Ryder tonight.
He would dominate clearances and push forward to allow the likes of Jetta to shine.
And the open goal is staring him in the face.
It would be left to the skipper to claw one back for the Cats. The Bombers leading by 15 at half-time. They couldn't have asked for a better start to the third term. Collier finding Davey.
And Davey puts it in the right spot, right through the middle.
The Bombers were coming in waves. Patrick Ryder doing it all on his own.
There's Ryder out of the air and right through the middle.
It would leave Dons fans dancing in the stands and Cats supporters gobsmacked. Nothing was going Geelong's way.
50 metres, so another goal coming up for the Bombers. This will make it 33 points.
The Bombers had withstood everything the Cats had thrown at them, but when Duncan goaled, the momentum shifted violently. And it was Geelong who was full of running. They would kick the next 4 straight.
Stokes won the hard ball to Chapman. Bang!
Monfries would steady the ship against the run of play before they did just about everything humanly possible not to score the next.
Stuffed it up the Bombers. He'll give it back to Remus, and all's well that ends well.
Even the coach saw the lighter side of that near disaster, leading the Cats by 17 at 3/4 time.
I think he needs something stronger than water.
The Bombers' brains trust had conspired for a 3/4 boil-over, and when Collier got the first, their fans believed they could go all the way.
Can't take the mark, bounces in his favour, goal!
Geelong would hit back through goals to veterans Chapman and Ottens.
And yet again, Chappie doesn't let them down.
But the Dons would always seem to have an answer.
Collier will go all the way himself.
The Bombers looked to have the game in the bag, but then a controversial free gifted Johnson a goal.
Clinically slots it.
Then another as the brilliance kicked in.
Chapman with him. Chapman to Pudsey-Adley. Little knock on. Johnson! Punches an unbelievable goal. He's kicked 2 in a minute. The Cats are coming.
They were coming all right. Duncan would get them to within 4. And with all of Etihad on the edge of its seats, it was the Bombers who would swoop again.
Monfries, Melksham, Bombers! The Bombers!
Steve Johnson would drag the deficit back to 4 with his third in the final term, but the siren would seal the greatest upset of 2011.
It's over! The Bombers have dared to dream tonight!
James Hird left scratching his head as to where this form has been for the last month. Chris Scott's record run of 13 wins for a rookie coach coming to an end. Essendon by 4 points over the Cats. David Murdoch, Big Pond Sport.